We'll get all the boys on you.
Get all the
Like Hugh.
boys.
Like,
are you
like Hugh.
gonna get Regan on me?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Regan on you, mate.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to talk about your best friend like that.
He's fucking. No, he's fucking scared of us now.
Is he? Not
Yeah.
surprised. That's something that we gotta, because can't talk to him because of Farhan's sake, because Farhan loves him. So.
Oh, do you love him?
No, we used to be very good mates with them, but that's something that we have to talk about.
Man, you're the one that got me to play shit with him.
No, you're the one that joined him because of Angel, and then you guys had sexy time.
Angel. Remember that time period,
Omar
Angel.
asked if he wanted to jump in as well, but Omar's he's not legal yet.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're not legal, Omar. Fuck, that's trash. Oh, there goes one of my list. Fuck.
Yep.
Questions? What is this?
What is this?
It's like an interview?
This in a pot. Okay.
Should I be dressed in like a suit?
Well, Chili wanted me to talk about something, and that was to talk about Regan.
I feel abused.
That was
gonna have to deal with my
yeah,
because
he knows that we used to be really close mates with Regan, like really close mates, and we started like
wow.
It was like that phase. Was it Farhan? It was like September or something like that. Like it was like that whole month. Like we had a group and shit with the special someone. Farhan had love interests.
Really?
Yeah.
Farhan, that was a mistake.
I mean, if we have to relive it, Farhan, I can tell you the story about what Farhan did.
We're going back to the court case, are we? No,
Yes,
I'm gonna leave if we're going back to that.
Well, you can leave.
Mate,
that's
defamation and slander.
It's not defamation and slander. It's defamation and the fucking truth. But let me just have a look if I can remember.
I can guarantee you. You know what would have happened?
What?
Farhan would have like started pulling down her panties, and a 12-inch would have just knocked him on the chin. I reckon.
What?
I reckon that's what would have happened.
He's Muslim, mate. They have to be married first.
Oh, okay.
No,
he would have married her,
haven't saw the
and
video,
then
obviously.
pulling down the pants, a massive 12-inch just knocks him on the chin.
Yeah, well, I think Regan was taking the
Bang.
piss of it, but the story goes is that we played bowling. We sat on the couches. She left some sweat marks on the couches.
Oh,
We heard about
Jesus.
Farhan scooping it up with his hand, putting it in a jar, and then after we collected our shoes, Farhan was the last one to come out, and when she was walking away, Farhan was pretending to tie up his shoelace, but he's looking at her ass.
Oh my god.
September. Because the times when I started to upload videos with Regan and all the guys and stuff, that was around September, and it started to stop after November. That's when the time when Mick Jinray had beef with Regan and stuff, and then they had to talk with each other about it, like why everyone doesn't like him, and that's why he's never.
Why did MC have beef with him? MC's like an awesome dude.
Oh no! Like
it was
Mick
just what Regan was doing.
Jinray hates like the way he acts, and remember that time, Minty, where we started to play Minecraft as a group, like a big group, and Regan started to join. And Mick Jinray didn't like his attitude. And, I think we were playing Siege. I think it was Omar, Mick Jinray, me, Farhan, and Regan in the call. And then Regan just comes up and says, Mick Jinray, can I have a talk with you? And like Mick Jinray was like telling him all this stuff about how people don't like him, the way he acts and treats people. And like after that, we haven't talked to him since. After that.
Yeah, because no. So what happened? He got kicked from Discord, and then he came back. He got reinvited, and then he talked with MC. MC told him all this, and then he's just like, since I'm not wanted, I'm just gonna leave. So he left, and that's it. We haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
But
and,
all I can say is
You
good
got to kill
riddance.
himself.
No
He's
one
going to
gives
kill
a fuck.
himself.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm
I
glad.
thought, like because Julius, he was a shit cunt to you, wasn't he? He was pretty. He wasn't nice.
He wasn't a shit cunt. I just got really sick and tired of him like trying to talk. Like, and he kept bringing back the way I looked in like when I was at Ride, and he was like, "Oh, you were the fat kid. This and that. No, you're so fat." I'm like, mate, yeah, but I go to the gym now. I don't look exactly like that, but I could still knock you out. And he's like, I sit with fucking, I'm in the cool kids table. I'm like, I sit with Minty and Pittman and.
No, he didn't really sit with me, but he was more with like Minty's group,
He's
you know.
Yeah.
But what you call it? But Farhan knows, like Farhan, when he was in, the calls and stuff, he started talking about his yellow girlfriends and stuff, and it was more like, you know what I mean?
my god.
He's dating Kiara.
Farhan, you can talk about that.
Wait, what's it about?
He kept flexing that he was like talking to all these girls on Yellow, but then he's also flexing that he's dating Kiara from Ride.
Yeah. Kira, yeah.
Or whatever.
Regan started dating her, so it was even kind of like weirder. It was like someone from outside the group came in and then they bought someone else. So it was kind of really weird at first. And no one's really kind of like a huge fan of Regan. and he was being a bit of a dick at the beginning of schoolies, and he gets to a night where they're all playing like a drinking game, right? And two people have to do a slapping contest, right? And it's Regan, some other guy, Kelvin. He's a pretty muscly guy, not like massively muscly. Yeah, no, that was equal. No, he was he's not the Asian kid. Looks a little bit like Chili, but not like Chili. Anyway, he's skinny, but he's got a bit of muscle on him, right? And he goes to hit Regan first. Now I thought that would kind of just like we're gonna like maybe like 30%, like strength hit, right? And like after like 6 or 7, they'll be like, oh yeah, I've had enough, I'll take the 4 shots. This kid, what was it? Fuck, I just said his name. I just forgot his name all of a sudden. This kid looks at Regan. He looks at Regan. He just has the words "sorry," lifts his right hand up and smacks the living shit out of Regan. Regan, this is how bad I thought it was. Regan like tilted for half a second, and I legit thought Regan was knocked out. That's how bad I thought it was, because Regan's backwards to me. And that's how bad I thought it was. I thought this kid was knocked the fuck out. But he takes a step and he's like, all right. And then Regan, being the skinny kid he is, hits him back as hard as he can, but it like kind of really barely affected him, right? So this other guy starts to tell Kelvin the same. Kelvin starts taking his shirt off, and Regan goes, no, I tap out. Boy, like in a slapping contest, you don't slap someone and then call quits. You have to get slapped and then you call quits. So we're pretty pissed at that. So that was like the first. There was like a whole lot of tension, and then a couple nights later, I think it was the last night we were there. Kira was I think she had food poisoning, not like bad food poisoning, but like minor food poisoning, and he wasn't really looking after her. I think Jackson came into the room and kind of jumped on their bed, and Regan like full swung and full hit Jackson, and then Jackson got mad, and then all the boys are mad, and then he couldn't sleep the whole night because he thought we were gonna come in and beat him up, and then at like 7 o'clock the next morning, like the day we were all meant to leave, they got up, took their sheets off, put them in the washing machine, and they just fucked off. They just fucked off at 7 o'clock. Just said nothing to anyone, and then we haven't heard him since. And Kira's like, because Kira doesn't talk to the girls anymore, and they're like, why didn't you talk to us anymore? And they're like, because Regan, the whole thing of that, and like Regan's scared that he's gonna get beat up by the guys and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we haven't heard from him in like 2 weeks.
We're friends. I'm not sure if it's just
that's pretty shit.
And she's followed Regan for it because I don't know. It's just the way he acts, and it goes back to the McGinray thing. I think I remember McGinray told him that around maybe like 5 people in this Discord hates his guts and has a problem with them. And then Regan messaged me saying, "Are you one of those guys that doesn't like me and hates my attitude?" I said, yeah, it's been shitty lately. And he says, "I'm sorry for that." I haven't heard of him since. So this follows on yesterday when I went to Macquarie. As you know, Farhan, he goes to Time Zone. He's on the fucking car racing games.
Yeah.
I was there because I wanted to kill time. I had like $20 on my fucking card to spend it on because I had to shit the fucking basketball things. I see him there. He goes on his phone. He gives me a look. He gives me a dirty, and then he just sits down. Like I gave him a nod because I thought we didn't have beef, and we just wanted to distance ourselves. But I nod to him, and he just gives me a dirty, and then goes back to the car game. And that kind of gives me the insights that he does hate me. But I just think he's a bit childish the way he reacts, considering that when it was me, you, Angel, Bo, in that time, he was only playing with us. Remember, he was complaining about his own friend group. Remember that, Farhan, where he's complaining,
he's a bit of a hypocrite and backbiter.
Gilly, was it Soul, and all those other guys saying, "Oh, those guys are shit cunts. I'm not playing with them anymore." As soon as they left from our group, he joined back to their group after talking so much shit. Because imagine if I tell him now that they've been talking so much shit. He's been talking so much shit about them when he was with us. They wouldn't believe shit. They think I'm trying to start shit and stuff. But he's just very hypocritical. Because now I feel like he's got more online friends than he does in actual friends. I don't think he's got a single friend that isn't in Ride. That wasn't in Ride,
Probably Kira, but that's about it.
Probably Kira. And Kira's a lovely girl. And I don't know why she has to distance herself from Ellie and all those other girls. Those girls are nice. I mean, they're crazy, but they're lovely girls.
They're fucking nuts.
But it's just, I wanted to speak on it because it's like, because Chili wanted to know. And I think Chili told me, I asked Chili, do you like Regan? He says, yeah, he's all right. But Raymond fucking hates him.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just wanted to speak on it because, people
Does he hate him because of the whole Jackson thing, or why does he hate Regan?
Oh, what, Raymond, or?
Yeah, Raymond.
Oh, Raymond. Yeah, Raymond just says he doesn't like his attitude towards everyone, and he just doesn't fit in. Really, he makes it hard. But
Yeah.
I know Minty. You were talking about it before. Like, you're not really 100% on him, and I don't think you really like him, do you?
Look, I mean, I don't have a specific reason to hate him, but I can understand why people do.
Yeah, because that's one thing I realize. It's like when we're with Angel stuff, I gotta admit I did give shit, but
Whoa, hello there.
oh,
Did you call?
oh, okay, yep. Okay, yep, Julius, yep, don't worry, his dad's gonna beat him. But what you call it, there was at a point where, like, Regan, I mean, Farn can definitely weigh on it, like, he definitely influenced, like, we're kind of giving Angel a little bit more shit, but if Farhan can weigh on it, but Farhan's got himself muted. You know how, like, with, like, Angel and stuff, like, how he was picking on it.
Yeah, he kind of changed how we acted.
Yeah, and I admitted
I'm not gonna lie though, she's kind of like a more subtle version of him, where she acts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, can you explain it a bit more? Because I'm trying to, like, figure out, like, a proper way to say it.
They're very similar,
But it's like
except the Regan's worse. Now that I think about it,
because once he ticks, like, he can just be an asshole for no reason, like, over a game, and then he wants to try to start a fight in, like, anything. But I did, message Angel, and I said I do apologize for, like, the stuff, and it was true. Like, Regan was weighing it up, and it was. I mean, it was my fault for being somewhat a cunt to her. And Farhan, you probably were sometimes, but you were very less on, like, oh, you're a bitch or anything like that, And she was crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much in the Regan. What do you think about him? What's your thoughts on him, Omar? Considering that, you did play with him a bunch of times. What was it? Probably maybe a couple times on Siege, Hide and Go Seek, on CS:GO.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he was okay, but yeah, definitely that month that everything started happening, and then when he left, I guess he started changing. Like, he was more stuck up. It's weird. Like, he went from being okay in my eyes, and then he just started getting to that point where, like, he was annoying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cause I don't know why. It's just like who? Oh, because I remember when I was playing Destiny 2. And then he's like, oh, why do you 1v1 me and stuff? And then someone told me that Regan was intentionally trying to piss me off. I forgot who it was that told me that. But yeah, just after, like, the whole McGinnis situation and stuff, I thought we won't, talk to each other, but we'll still.
Oh, that might have been me. I think you
told me about it. It was it was either you or someone.
It was before, like, we stopped playing together. It was during that time.
Because now he's fucking got no friends, and much as I want to down someone by saying that, but it's like I thought he was a decent guy. Like, when we were in the bus stop and stuff, I actually liked that guy. He was like, we had a lot of fun. We made jokes and shit, but, like, after just everything, we get to see the real him and how he treats girls and stuff. And, like, I wonder if, like, Kira knows all this shit that he's been doing with these girls, because you'd be surprised. Like, oh, do you know how many roots I'll get on yellow? Like, one, I don't care. I had to, like, listen to his problems and try to help him. Like, I wanted to, like, make sure everything's okay with him and Kira and stuff. Like, he wasn't sure before he started dating her. And just, I always wished him the best with his girlfriend, but I don't know what happened. It's just fucking no comment. But well, don't know I don't wish anything on him, but it's his fault. And, like, I'm expecting for him to tell his friends, like, oh, Farhan and Pittman, oh shit, cunt, all my friends in my school are assholes. But how long was he in your group for, Minty? Before school ended?
So say that again.
How long was he in your group before school ended?
Before school ended, a couple months tops. Yeah, not too long.
Because I think maybe Toby Rich didn't like Regan and all that stuff.
Toby hates him. Probably the rest of the boys aren't a fan of him. The girls are so on him.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad I got that out of my system just to talk about it, because it's always been, like, a mention, and probably thanks to Chili for asking me about it, and it was a good idea for me to talk about it, because a lot of people did play with him, and a lot of his friends were cunts anyway, so fuck it. Oh well, it's okay, fine. I love you though. So off from Regan. another question that I got here, well, from myself, what has gaming done to us as people? Like, as guys like us playing games, like, how has it like helped you, and like, what have you enjoyed? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Omar, Minty?
Well, I mean, for me, it's probably a lot different compared with everyone else.
Yeah, because
I've been
you're
playing
the
games
youngest
like-
here. Oh, you boomer. Oh.
No, it's because I've been playing for like forever,
Mm-hmm.
and my life pretty much revolves around me playing games.
You're there. I guess not.
Okay, very nice. Yeah.
What about you, Farhan? With games and shit.
Same pretty much, but I'm gonna be a bit of a contrarian, so like, it's also kind of bad, I think, as well in some ways,
What do you mean?
because I feel like
Like you don't go outside more to be social? Is that what you're trying to say?
in some ways, like, too much for me. In some ways, I just
Yeah.
gotta admit.
Like what do you emphasize on it, Farhan? Like examples. Don't just leave us on a negative note.
I don't know, like, just distracting too much sometimes.
Like you had to get shit done, but like, oh, I have to play that one game. Is that what you're trying to say? Something like that? Like,
kinda,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it kind of rivaled with your schoolwork, obviously.
Yeah.
And plus, you're like a, how would I explain? Like, what type of student do you think you were? Like,
I'm not bad, but the thing is, like, I'm not really productive in the day.
Like, do you think if you tried more, you would have gotten the better results, in your opinion?
No, I don't think I did bad. It's just like,
Can you go better than you are? Because you're obviously better than me in my fucking shit.
I think it makes me less productive. Like, in the day when it should be the other way around.
Oh, I
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Minty's back. Yeah, Minty. Before you left, we're talking about like, as you know, we're still young blokes, all right, and as we grown up in high school, we played games. Like, how much has that helped you, and like, what you got out of playing games with people, and what do you think?
Look, I think it's I think the community's good. I think everyone, we've all got, this kind of like common goal. Hey, don't get me wrong, console players are something else. I've been playing Modern Warfare recently, and those console guys, they are nuts. They are still going on about they're gonna fuck my mum and shit. Like, holy, like, console players are something else. But PC guys, mate, they're awesome. Like, for example, everyone's just helpful. Like, if you just don't know what you're doing, like Destiny, for example, there's like this app you can like. Okay, I played a lot, right?
Don't mention the raids. Don't mention
And
the raids.
no, I'm not gonna mention the raid. Sun, Moon, anyway. And there's this app where you can people are doing like a difficult event, and you join them, and if you don't know what to do, people are willing to help. Like, it's just a good community. I think you can make a lot of friends. I mean, there's obviously like the negatives of gaming and all that. Yeah, we all know that. But I mean, look, if you can balance gaming between gaming and a healthy lifestyle, I don't see what's wrong with it. It improves things like eye coordination and all that kind of stuff. All this BS about how it makes kids violent, I don't think that's true. Because my argument to that is, like, if playing GTA makes you violent, then what, does playing fucking FIFA make me fucking the next, Ronaldo or something? Like, it doesn't. Like, what, does playing Forza make me the new F1 racing champion?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Oh, really? It's like, it just, there's, saying playing these shooting games makes you a violent kid. I don't think so.
It's just the way they're brought up, and how the parents,
Yeah,
it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I played violent games when I was a kid. When I was younger than
me
I
too.
should have been.
Yep.
Do I think parents should restrict their kids from playing some games? Yes, I think. Look, I think video games can sometimes lead to maybe aggressive tendencies if the kids are too young and they don't fully understand. Which is why I recommend that I'm not telling people how to be a parent. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that I think kids should be more restricted to playing some violent video games, because it could have an effect.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But once again, that's just one factor. You got to think. Oh, fucking someone dipped. You've got things like upbringing. It's a huge part of it. There's so many things that goes into it. So video games isn't the be all and end all for why kids got to be mass murderers or school shooters.
Oh well, Omar left. He'll come back because he usually he's still on Discord, but this time it's completely off. So that means his internet fucked himself. But yeah, definitely, because when I was 4, I started playing San Andreas That was like my first game, and you know, when you think about it, San
Yeah.
Andreas for a 4-year-old, yeah, you don't want to be shooting random black fellas on the street and you know, shagging people and getting drugs and stuff. But yeah, like, I'm not really a violent person, as you can
Yeah.
see. I don't jump people. I don't do all that shit.
Exactly.
But nah, I'm just thankful to have gaming in my life as well, because I wouldn't have the relationships that I've had now. Like, well, for example, you know, McGinray, obviously, I wouldn't be as good friends with him now if it wasn't for playing games.
Yeah.
I'll still be good friends with Farhan if it wasn't for games. With you as well, Minty, I wouldn't know you as much as we played a lot of you know, GTA 5 and Black Ops 3 on Xbox One.
Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2
Ops
Zombies.
2 on Xbox One. It's just, I'm grateful, like, you know, with Taylor and stuff. I mean, much as he doesn't talk to me much today, but
Yeah.
I'm always
I
grateful.
haven't heard much from the kid, man.
Yeah, well, I'm still upset, like, how he, you know, doesn't make the effort to, you know, talk to the boys or anything, but that's another
Yeah.
thing. But that's his choice, and if that makes him happy, I guess, yeah, well.
Oh,
good for us.
I've seen him with his new mates on.
You can. Never mind, you're Muslim. Let's see. Yeah, well, again, with the pro stuff, if there was one game you guys would want to go pro in, what game would it be?
Oh.
Roblox for sure. Jesus, what are you talking
So I
about?
already know for you, Omar, it would probably be Siege,
It'll be Siege or CS.
CS. Like, CS is, I would say, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Siege
actually,
is
no.
more
It'll
tactics.
probably be Siege or Overwatch. Honestly.
I mean, if Overwatch is still popping,
Yeah, but like if I was to, do it.
Minty, is that MW for you then?
Nah. Oh, what game would I go pro? Look, as much as you know that I'm not a fan of it. Although I like watching it, and if I could be good, like I just
Who's gonna say League?
no fuck League, no
CS.
Siege, man.
Siege.
Yeah,
Siege,
I
no.
like. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the game. Look, if I was to get into it, I would like really get into it, which is a bit dangerous.
Which
But yeah, like I love watching Siege. I love watching like plays of Siege. I love watching people like do like mad fucking like clutches in Siege. I just love them. Like I think it's magnificent the way people move and shit, and the way people just use tactics in the game is just amazing. So, as much as I'm not a fan of it currently, if I had to become pro in a game, it would probably be Siege.
But wouldn't that influence you to kind of have a try to like learn
Play
and
the
try to
game?
play Siege? Because I know on Xbox One, when we played it a long time ago, when we played after the beta and the release, when we played it with McGinray, you somewhat liked the game, but you never stuck onto it as much as you know, compared to other games that you did play.
I think the one thing that limits me is, okay, I have a very weird keyboard grip. My keyboard grip is very unorthodox, and I think that's what makes it pretty hard to play Siege with the whole like moving and shit.
But
So
can't you
that's
just
probably
change
one
your
thing that-
keybinds?
Say that again.
Keybinds? Like you can just change it all.
Yeah, but like the way that I place my fingers is just really weird, and it would mean that like I don't. Like, I think the way that people normally place their fingers, they have a lot more options and a lot more buttons they can press a lot easy. For me, it's not as easy to press those buttons with just the way that I hold my keyboard. So
Well, you hold it like an accordion, like a harp.
no, it's like I think it's called the claw grip. I think it's just a very
Oh.
weird kind of unorthodox way to hold a keyboard.
What do you mean by
Is that
like?
like a mouse turn, or is that like a
Because,
keyboard as well?
mouses. I know.
Well, I mean, you can have a claw grip on the mouse, but like, so for example, I'm assuming you guys have your middle finger on W, your pointer finger on D, and your index on D, and your ring finger on A.
Thumb on space.
Yeah.
pinky
thumb
on
on
shift.
space.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't. I'm nowhere near that. Oh, actually,
What do
jokes.
you mean? What are you on then?
Yeah.
I
No,
think-
so I have. Look, it depends. Like at times I kind of use that, but majority, I normally have my index on W, and then my thumb
Jeez.
goes A and D, and when I need to, I can press
A and
space.
D. Oh, what the okay, well,
Look, it works. It works. Like
I
mate,
got big
when
hands,
I was
so
when
yeah.
I was in my prime in CS, I was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like I was able to strafe shoot and shit. Like it worked. It worked for me. It's just very unorthodox, and it just limits me to how many other keys I can have binded to other things.
Yeah, you were very good at CS. You were really into it. It's the time when Raichu was actually pretty good at the game as well. And
Yeah, I mean, look, in my prime CS, I loved it. I like to think I was pretty decent.
I wish I was. But
But yeah, I just fell out of it, man. It was alright, but it's so repetitive.
yeah,
So
because I like I just wish, like, I wish you could have got into Siege, because I feel like you would be good and have that, mentality. I don't think you've been playing much games that had to force you to play good. Well, obviously, M-Dub is like, shooter, and it's hard to explain.
Fucking hate M-Dub with a fucking passion, man.
You play it. You play it.
I know, I love it, but I hate it. Why do you just sweaty dogs everywhere?
It's just like, I feel like, I wish, Minty, can you at least try it one day, try to play Siege, and try to, like...
How many... Fuck it, next time you guys play, just let me know, I'll play. Like, I'm probably gonna be trash. I'm probably gonna be absolutely trash.
Yeah, but who cares? Like, I want to get... I
have, like, fuck all operators.
Because it's same for me, because I'll ask you for it in a sec, but for me, I wish I was very good at Siege. Like Omar's level, Omar's more confident, and my hands, it's just like... I was usually really good. Like, PS4, I was amazing at Siege. And when I first time getting my new computer... and I started playing with Farhan, I was amazing. But soon, when the new operation started coming, I felt like I was more slower. I had the exact same. I had the IQ. Like, I've played the game for forever since it came out. But I don't have that. I don't know how to explain it, but Omar could. But because Omar's fucking good, and I don't know how to explain it for me because I don't know. But
like, what do you mean though?
It's like. It's like, for you, you're aggressive when you play your games. Like, okay, if you say, Omar, the guy's to your left, get ready to shoot him. Like, I can't do that. Like, it's like, he'll kill me before I even go to him. It's like, it's hard to explain. Like, my movement in the game, it should be faster and should be more confident making those plays instead of playing safe.
You also have to keep in mind that I've played, like I said, I've been playing games forever. Like, I sunk freaking 3K hours in CS Source 1.6 and all that, and then I've got 1,300 hours plus on CSGO, almost like 1,600 hours on Siege.
Yeah.
Like, just muscle memory at that point. It's just knowing that, okay, there's a guy to my left, I'm going to move my mouse like this far on my mouse pad, and I'm going to be directly on his head. That's the thing.
I just need that mentality back, and like be more comfortable on where I'm gonna play, and I don't know. It's just it's weird for me because some games when I play with Farhan, sometimes I play really good, but when I play comp in like a little group, I feel like I don't know. My whole thing shuts down. I can't get no kills. I play more support. I usually am a fragger, but yeah. But that's just me. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be Siege and 2K because 2K I was very good at, and I could have joined the team at that time, but I don't play PlayStation anymore. So, for you, Farhan, what game would it be?
I don't think I'm competitive enough to set on a single, or patient enough to set on a single game. So I think, it would probably be the closest thing would be speedrunning or competitive speedrunning or a racing game in general.
So not like maybe.
I don't think I could do any specific.
Well, would you say like maybe Farhan, like maybe some Halo, maybe because Halo can be very competitive. It doesn't have a major esports.
I'm awful.
No, but if you could, that's
like
the thing,
just say,
if you could,
like
if
just,
you were the best player in the game.
Even still.
Like just say like.
No, I don't think it would be an
Minty
FPS
was great
game
at Siege, and he had a team ready for him to possibly, play against all the other big teams in esports. Would you choose it?
Like, I don't have the patience for FPS games, esports, and shit.
But what game? Like, it's just like it's because like, just say like, oh, I want to be good at Forza esports or whatever the fuck it's called. Or like, no one does that. But if you had to, and there was a competition, would you want to be great at it?
But then again, for racing games, I'm not really interested in like the. Probably actually like Dirt Rally or something like that.
Oh my god, yes, okay. What about you, Julius? Yep, don't care. Okay, he's got himself muted.
I understand where Farm's coming from. Like, he doesn't have the patience for it, which is the same reason, like, if I could go pro for, like, League of Legends, I would. Or, like, Dota. But it's just, there's so much patience involved with the game, and I can't, like, be bothered sitting there.
It's just League of Legends looks so much frustration
with
everything.
That's why I'm like...
I don't know how people play it on a daily basis. Like, if I get slain by some Chinese person, I feel like I want to kill myself. I don't want to lose against no Chinese.
I think I know what I want to go pro in.
What?
It's a card game called Magic the Gathering.
Oh, Magic the Gathering. I mean, there is competitive bases.
Mate, Magic was lit. Do you know how much fucking money I spent? I went to fucking Good Game and shit. I reckon I spent like over like at least $200 on like physical cards. for that game.
Physical cards.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold up for a second. Can we change the topic to card games and like hobbies like that?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Okay.
Who cares about Julius's opinion?
So, okay.